everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're joining for the first time, my name is Melissa Alves and I'll be doing quite a few tutorials coming up. So if you haven't caught the previous tutorial where I teach you about transition shades, please do. I know the quality was a little bit shocking. My lighting was horrible, so I finally kind of figured out the recipe to get my lighting to what it is now, which is a lot better, so I could really showcase this look and why we need transition shades. And yeah, so if you guys love this look and you want to achieve it as well, super simple, easy and girly, super cute, keep on watching. Okay, now that we have our transition shades on, we can go ahead and use any eyeshadow, any blush. So again, this is just going to create the basis for your makeup look. So I'm gonna go ahead and go in with this Flormar palette. It's a Quartet eyeshadow palette, looks like that, and this is in pink Flamingo. So it's got like 2 matte shades and 2 shimmer shades. It comes with a little eyeshadow brush like that. And I'm just gonna go right into I think this shade over here. So it's a little bit more on the pinky side, and I'm going to take this. There is a little bit of color on this brush from all this transitioning, but I'm going to go in with this Luxe Soft Definer, and this is in 227 Zoeva. So you want to keep this color really in the crease. You don't want to go too high up on the brow bone. So I'm just starting to place the pigment in the crease. I really like these mauvey pinky shades. They're quite on trend, it seems. You can actually see that's a really pretty pink shade. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of a smaller brush, and this is M514, and this is a Morph brush, or Morphe if you want to call it Morphe. And I'm just going to go ahead and go over where we went earlier. This is really pretty color. You could just wear this color on its own actually. And I'm just rounding out my eye a little bit more here and just placing the color in there. So I feel like if you really want a completed look, then you should really do transition shades. Just, it helps everything look a lot more blended and soft and beautiful. Now I'm going to go back in with that same brush and just soften this out a little bit into the brow bone. So this is now when you can start placing the color up on the brow bone. So concentrate the color where you want it and then push it up. Not going too high, but just like sort of in a rounded shape. I think I want to keep this eye pretty rounded today. And we're going to do the same on the other side. So obviously you want to follow your natural eye shape, but if you are trying to like push back your eye, so I like to kind of push my eye back in the corner here just because I haven't got even shaped eyes towards the corner here. One's a little bit more curved inwards, so then I place a little bit more color there just to push it back. This is a really pretty color. Thank you, Flormar, for blessing me with this palette. It's so cute. I didn't know that I needed all of this to create a really nice look, and now I do. So it's just one of those things where you just, you know, pick up on technique, what works for you, what works for your eye shape, what works for your face shape, because obviously not everything works for everyone. Not the same thing will work for every single person. So you really want to play around with your makeup and figure out what shapes work better for your face, that accentuate your face better. I think I'm gonna go under my eye with this shade as well. I think this is a really pretty shade for like people with brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes, or just every color eye, because it will literally accentuate the color of the eye. So this for me is making my eyes look a lot more green, and this will also help your eye look a lot larger, guys. This is like a really cool trick because I have quite like a lot of creases under the eye, so this also helps push them back and kind of minimizes them a little bit. So Flormar was so cute. I ordered like the eye primer from them that Rishana Isaacs has been going crazy about, and also like a really pink fuchsia blush, and they went ahead and like just added a few things to my order, and I was like, OMG. So I just thought that this would be a really great eyeshadow palette to play with, because it's still like sort of, I wouldn't say supernatural, but like you can still work with this on a daily basis and like zhuzh it up a little bit more if you want to play, you know, glam vibes. Then you can just zhuzh it up a little bit more. So I'm just softening this up because, again, remember guys, we don't want any harsh lines. So just lightly take your brush and just soften it like that. So pretty, guys. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of the lighter shade. That's the little matte one over here. It's a pink shade. The other one is very light, so I don't want to go... And that one's actually metallic. It's actually got like a pearlish kind of finish to it. You can't really see it. I don't know if you can see it. It's got like a little bit of a pearlish finish. The one that I use has got... I wouldn't even say... Is this plum? No, not even. But yeah, these two have got a little bit... I thought there was... No, oh my gosh, these are all metallics. Yeah, these are definitely all metallics. So I am gonna play with that one. I feel like that one's more like a highlight shade, like for your brow bone. But how cute are these shades? Really nice and pigmented. And then this is the darker one. Stunning. Now I'm gonna go in with that shade that I spoke about earlier, the little bit one that's a little bit more pink, and I'm just gonna like dot it here just to bring a little bit of light to the center of the eye. This is like really metallic. Oh, I didn't know. Of course you could definitely skip this step and just carry that pink that we applied earlier throughout the whole lid and the crease, but this looks a little bit more interesting, I guess. So yeah, just bringing a little bit of light towards the center of the eye. Yeah, I'm actually going in with my finger right now. This is actually really girly, pretty, wearable. You can wear this anywhere actually. So I'm going to close the eye a little bit more over here towards the inner center, and I'm only doing that because it's really good for my eye shape. So if you feel like you need to create more space here, then definitely do this step. But if you have large shape, then you don't really need to do this. You can actually play a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to go in with this MAC 239. Well, it used to be a 239. It's not really anymore. Anyways, I'm gonna go into my crease with this just to like give a little bit more definition. So this is like this is definitely like more plum shade. And just going into the corner as well. So this is just gonna bring a little bit more definition to the eye and not make it look so like blended out, because these lighter pinks can tend to look a little bit more softer and blended out, and then it almost looks like you don't even have a crease. So we just want to give the illusion that we have a little bit of a crease here. So this is a pretty cute, simple look. You can pop on some lashes with this if you feel it's necessary, or you can just rock your mascara with this, and that looks pretty good. What do you think? Really cute. You can even create a liner out of this, I would say. If you don't have like a plum liner, you could definitely go ahead and create a liner with this darker shade. But because I do have a plum liner, I think I'm going to go in with that just to add a little bit more definition to the lash line. So I'm just going to apply this MAC Prunella. This was a limited edition, but I do think they still stock this color. And I actually really love MAC for their liners. I actually want to warm this up on the back of my hand a little bit. And just going into the lash line. Probably get a little bit more of a close up here. Go into this corner here as well. It's okay if you made a little bit of a mess because you are going to smudge it out. So you want to get a nice smudger brush for this, and I'm going to take this one over here. This is a 226 smudger from Zoeva. So it's like a little flat brush like that. And you can kind of just be like whatever with this. Just buff it out and into the lash line really. So that will just give the eye a little bit more definition. And if you feel like you've taken away from that light shade, you can just go ahead and like pop a little bit on, a little bit more, you know, just to bring that light, open up the eyes nicely as well. Guys, don't stretch your eyes out like this. I don't know why. I feel like I always need to stretch my eyes out that much, but I always got in trouble for it. But somehow my eyes are still here, still on my face. Now I'm gonna add like a little bit of blush to the cheeks just to like make them pop a little bit more. And I am gonna grab, where is it? Why do I always lose stuff? Ooh, this looks like a bomb exploded here. So I know it looks really pink in the pan, but if you pick it up very lightly with a soft fluffy brush, you will get less payoff. And this shade is Fuchsia Glam, and this is also Flormar. So this is part of the goodies I bought. So you can see it picks up quite a bit, so I'm going to dust the excess off on my hand and lightly buff this onto my cheek area. So you can see that picked up really quickly. Really beautifully pigmented. So this blush, and it's huge, I mean it's literally the size of my palm, so this will last you a really long time. And I like to go a little bit into my hairline with this and my like temples, and almost connect it a little bit to the eyeshadow. I don't know why, but I just love doing that. So yeah, if you feel like you've added a little bit too much, then just keep blending it out. But yeah, be very light-handed with this. I think it's super cute. Makes such a difference. I mean, like you could leave it like that, or you could intensify it like that. So I like my pink cheeks. I never used to though. I used to hate pink blush. I like would avoid it. I wouldn't even sell it on counter. Like I would just avoid pink blush. And now I really love it. I think it's just so cute. It makes you look really fresh. Sometimes they go over the nose a little bit. I got that tip from Nikki Makeup. It kind of makes you look like, how do I explain? Like you kind of just been in the sun a little bit and got a little bit of a tan kind of thing, but really youthful and fresh. I'm gonna go in with my 105 Luxe Highlights, the Waver brush, and it's a really fluffy brush, so this will disperse the highlighter quite evenly and softly, as opposed to really pinpointing a certain area. I like my highlighters to look a little bit more soft, so I'm actually just mixing them. I don't know, I just like the combination together, and I'm just going around the eye here when applying that. Look how that the pearly shade always overpowers the gold shade. I don't know why. So I always have to go over a little bit more with the gold shade. But look at that, highlight is popping. So pretty, I love. And I always get so many compliments when I wear the pearly shade on its own. So if you don't have this pearly shade, you are missing out, because it is life. And I'm just going to go a little bit over my lips. A little bit. I like to go a little bit here as well. I don't know, it just does something to the face. I don't like it when people overdo their nose, so just lightly tap. If you have a bigger, like this part over here, if it's quite big, don't accentuate it even more. And I'm just lightly going over my brow bone over here, just accentuating the other colors a little bit more. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with my trusted and loved extended play lash mascara from MAC. I love this mascara because it really defines the lashes. It doesn't necessarily volumize them, but I like that it really gets in there. Like, it really coats every single lash because the brush is so tiny. I'm just gonna now finish up with the lips, and I got this really pretty matte shade from Flormar as well, and this is the Extreme Matte Lipstick, and it's in Skin Tone. It actually really looks almost the same color as my lips. So I'm going to add a little bit of a darker liner, and they actually gave me this little combo with the lipstick and the lip liner. This one's a little bit dark, but I'm going to go in lightly with this, and this is in the shade 231, and I'm just going to line my lips with this. I'm just softening the line a little bit by doing that. Look how pretty this shade is. I love this shade. It's so up my alley. And you want to really like hydrate your lips before using a matte lipstick. So I'm just going softly over that line. So you can see that this liner actually helps to create a little bit of definition. Alright ladies, so that is the finished look, and now we understand why we need transition shades so that we can create beautiful looks like this on top of it. And again, it just creates a really nice background for the rest of your makeup. I hope you ladies enjoyed this tutorial, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, comment below on what you'd like to see from me in the future, and please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Mwah! See ya! All the way up on the brow bone. Ew. You don't want to go too high up on the brown bone. Why? You don't want to go too high up on. Okay, ladies. So too far. Maybe my what's in my eye? Love for sure. These beautiful looks, to add them on to these beautiful looks, and I'm just saying beautiful a lot. Like, do I have no other words in my vocab? And you have to pick this up color. There goes my English again, out the window. You want to pick this color up very. What is that? That's not me. I am gonna go in with my Smashbox. So it's a really fluffy I'm just gonna wait until he's done whistling.